Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my business educational platform. Today I am going to start another course that is known as business law. It's very much essential course for the business administration students and the CA students. So in today's lecture I will discuss the chapter number 2, that is about the offer, acceptance and its revocation. So the course book which I will follow is the book of ICAP, and what are the learning objectives that will be covered in today's lecture, that include the definition of offer, acceptance, agreement and contract. Then we will discuss the types of offer, then we will move forward the essentials of an offer and proposal, then we will see the revocation of an offer or the proposal, then we will see the acceptance and roots of a revocation, acceptance and its essentials. And we may cover some of practice questions in our next lecture. So it will be your exercise, so you have to do it by yourself. So I will cover the learning objectives from the chapter. So before taking too much time, let us discuss what is an offer. So have you ever listened to any offer, or have you ever been involved in any offer? Offer is something that is willingness to do something. Offer means a willingness to do something. Like I am offering you a cup of coffee. So it depends upon you whether you are going to accept it or not. So that is known as an offer. So as per book, an offer means showing willingness to do or not to do something to get the consent of another. So an offer, when accepted by the offeree, that become an acceptance. So what is an acceptance? As per book, when the other party offeree gives his consent to offer, it is called an acceptance. So if an offer is accepted, it is called promise. So offer plus acceptance equal to promise. A person who agrees to do something is called promiser. A person for whom something will be done is called promisee. So then we have the agreement. Agreement is in between the two persons. So when offer is being accepted, that is known as the agreement. Promises form consideration for each other are called agreement. So there must be some consideration in order to be the agreement. If I am offering you something and you pay something as a consideration, then it becomes an agreement. An agreement that is enforceable by law is known as the contract. So I hope you understood the concepts behind the offer, acceptance, agreement and the contracts. So agreement is promising for forming consideration for each other are called agreement. Promise plus consideration equal to agreement. Contract is an agreement which is enforceable by law. Agreement plus enforceable by law equal to contract. So which agreements are not enforceable by law? Following are few examples of agreements which are not enforceable by law, like illegal agreements, impossible agreements, social, domestic or religious agreements. So these are some examples which are not legally enforceable by law. Also the agreements formed with the minor are not enforceable by law. Minor include the drunk person or the person who is not well in the mental condition, or who is below the 18 years of age as per the Pakistan rules. So these agreements are not enforceable by law. So what are the types of offer? There exists the specific offer, general offer and counter offer. What is the specific offer? It is the specific offer which is assigned to any specific person. An offer made to particular person or specific group. Only the person to whom offer is made can accept it. So it will be only accepted by the person who have the offer. So then we have the general offer. General offer is offer which can be given to any person It is not for the specific person. An offer made to the public at large, not directed at a specific person. Anyone who is aware of that offer can accept it. So then we have the counter offer. Suppose I am offering you to visit the Canada, and from other side you got the offer of visiting Europe. So now it depends upon you that which offer you are choosing. So that is known as the counter offer. The offer you get for the Europe is the counter offer. An offer made by the offeree in response to the original offer, usually with different terms. So there may be the different terms. A counter offer cancel the original offer, meaning the original terms no longer apply. So if you accept go to Europe, then you will definitely close to not to go to Canada. So what are the essentials of an offer? There must be two persons. There must be intention to create legal relationships, certain and definite terms. The terms and conditions must be clear. Offer must be communicated. It must be communicated orally. So there may be implied offer as well. When is the offer duly communicated? Conditional offer. So we are going to discuss one by one with explanation. So there must be two persons involved, as one will be the offerer and one will be the offeree. So offerer will be the one who will offer the offer, and the offeree will be the one who will accept the offer. For an offer to be valid, offerer the person making the offer, offeree the person to whom the offer is made. A person cannot make an offer to themselves, so we cannot make the offer to ourselves, as there must be two parties available in order to be in a relationship with the offer. So there must be an intention to create legal relationship. The offer must be made with the intention to form a legally binding agreement. So there must be an agreement that contain the rules and regulations that are not avoided by the laws. So they must be enforceable by law. Then certain and definite terms. All the terms and conditions must be clear so that the offeree do not take any indefinite advantage from that, or there must not be any type of coercion involved in the offer. The terms of the offer must be specific and clear, not vague or uncertain. So all the things must be clear. It is not necessary they must be documented, but they must be clear. So it depends. So all the things must be clear orally either are documented. Offer must be communicated. It must be communicated. An offer is valid only when it is being communicated to offeree. So suppose I am offering you the trip of Canada. So all the conditions will be clear, like I will provide you the visa, or I will suggest to you the accommodations as well. So all the conditions and offer must be communicated. When is offer duly communicated? An offer is duly communicated when it reaches the offeree. So when the offerer sends an offer to offeree, if offeree gets an offer, that means that offer is communicated to the offeree. Then we have the conditional offer. An offer may include certain conditions. Conditions must be communicated to offeree at time of acceptance. Accepted exactly as stated, otherwise it becomes a counter offer. So then an invitation to offer is not an offer. Suppose I am inviting you for offer and you are not aware of it, or either it is not been communicated to you, so then that is not an offer. When a person invites other to make offer, it is not an actual offer. It is an invitation for others to make offers. Responses to an invitation to offer are considered offers, not acceptance. Following are the examples of invitation to offer, like advertisement for auction sales, goods displayed in a store with price tags. Notice that items will be bought or sold through a tender process. So these are not offers. These are the invitations to offer, but not the offers. So then we have the lapse or revocation of an offer or proposal. So when we can cancel the offer, so there are certain conditions, circumstances available, then we can revoke or cancel the offer. So what are these circumstances? These revocation by offerer or rejection by offeree. non-fulfillment of condition, passing of a specific or reasonable time, death or intensity of parties before acceptance, counter offer or subsequent illegally or destruction of subject matter. So let us see what is the explanation of these circumstances. Offerer can revoke the offer by notifying the other party. Suppose I am cancelling the offer of visiting the Europe, then I will notify you with the communication or an notice. So that is known as the revocation of an offer by offerer. Notice should be given before the offeree sends acceptance. So it must be sent before the acceptance. If there is the acceptance from the offeree, then that cannot be cancelled. So there must be time available before the acceptance, the offer can be cancelled. Then we have the rejection of offeree. The offeree can reject the offer by notifying the offeree. Once an offer is rejected, it cannot be accepted later. So if the offer is rejected, it cannot be accepted later. So if any condition, non-fulfillment of condition, if any condition of offer is not fulfilled, then it can be cancelled. An offer lapses if the offeree fails to meet the condition of the offer. Suppose I have offered you a visit to the Europe or the Canada, and you are not fulfilling you are choosing the offer to visit the Europe, then definitely you are not fulfilling the criteria or the conditions of Canada. Certainly the offer will be cancelled. Passing of a specified or reasonable time. If an offer lapses its time, not accepted within the prescribed time, of if there is no specified time within reasonable time, so then the offer can be cancelled. Death or insanity of practices before acceptance. So if there exists the death of acceptor or the offeree, then it can be cancelled. If offeree dies or become insane before acceptance, the offer lapses. If offer dies before becomes insane before acceptance, the offer lapses. If offeree is aware of death or insanity, so there is a condition that offeree or offerer must be aware that the death of certain offerer or offeree is being occurred, so that the offer can be cancelled. So then we have the counter offer. The counter offer is very simple, as you either you will choose the visit to the Canada or you will choose the visit to the Europe. If an offer ends if counter offer is made by the other party. So if you will choose to visit the Europe, then definitely the offer of the Canada will be cancelled. Subsequent illegality or destruction of subject matter. If an offer lapses if it becomes illegal or subject matter is destroyed. So suppose we were constructing the building and it is under the occupation of government, then certainly it will be illegal and it cannot be made an offer and it will be cancelled at any time. So what is an acceptance and its essentials? So acceptance is when offer become an offeree shows his consent, then that becomes an acceptance. So acceptance is when the person receiving the offer shows consent to it. So what are the essentials of acceptance? There exists the acceptance. Acceptor must be aware of offer. Acceptor must be absolute and unconditional with stipulated or reasonable time, with stipulated or reasonable manner. Acceptance must be given only by offeree. Acceptance cannot be proceed. An offer, rejected offer cannot be accepted unless renewed. Negative confirmation, acceptance of consideration or performance of conditions, and acceptance must be communicated. So these are certain essentials that must be done before, so that it become an acceptance. Elsewise the acceptance will not be an acceptance from the offeree. If a person is unaware of the offer, they cannot accept it, to meaning no contract is formed. So if the person to whom the offer is made is unaware of the offer, then that cannot be the acceptance. So he is not showing his consent, so it will not be the acceptance. Acceptance must be absolute and unconditional concerning all terms. If any condition is imposed, it becomes counter offer instead of acceptance. So acceptance must be absolute and there must not be any condition involved into the acceptance. So with stipulated or reasonable time, it must be in reasonable time. If the time reaches out, then it will not be the acceptance from the offeree. So then acceptance should be made in manner specified in the proposal or in usual manner if unspecified. Suppose I am forwarding you the offer using the post, so the made mode of communication must be clear or specified. If it will be not be specified, then it will not be the acceptance. If the mode is deviated, the offerer can accept the alternate acceptance or may insist the offeree follow the prescribed manner. If offerer does not specify promptly, it is assumed they cannot accept the alternate method. So, suppose I am offering, showing my offer or willingness to do something using the post. So, I will must make you aware that I am forwarding this offer to the post or email so that it becomes acceptance and you get the offer, elsewise it will not be the acceptance. Then acceptance must be given only by offeree. Only the offeree can give valid acceptance, and acceptance must be given after receiving offer. It cannot be given before the offer. It is assumed that if acceptance must be given after receiving offer, it cannot be given before the offer. So we cannot make an acceptance before the offer. So certainly there will be the offer, then there will be the acceptance. Then rejected offer cannot be accepted unless renewed. If an offer is rejected, it cannot be accepted again unless a new offer is made. So negative confirmation is something a proposal is not accepted if offeree remains silent or does not respond. Simply mentally accepting an offer is also not valid. So certain conditions available that are wide agreements. Suppose null and void agreement. If a proposal is not accepted if the offer remains silent or does not respond, simply mentally accepting an offer is not valid. Also, it is not will be the acceptance from the offeree. Acceptance of consideration or performance of a condition. If offeree accepts consideration or perform a condition of the offer, it is considered acceptance. So, suppose I am offering you the trip of Canada and you I am paying you the visa as a consideration. So you accept the visa, then it will become the acceptance. Otherwise, it will not be the acceptance. So acceptance must be communicated. It must be communicated in two phases. Communications of acceptance occurs in two stages. When the acceptor posts, it is called the communication against offerer. The offerer cannot revoke the contract, but the acceptance can revoke their acceptance before it reaches the offerer. When it reaches the offerer, this is called communication against the offeree. At this point, the contract is complete and no party can cancel it. So when the acceptance can be cancelled, acceptance can be only be cancelled, revoked before the communication of acceptance is complete against the acceptors. So that was all about today's lecture. I hope you understood the concepts behind the offer, acceptance, and types of offer, and essentials of offer, and the essentials of acceptance. So till now, Allah Hafiz, like, subscribe, and press the bell like button so that you can never miss any update from my channel. Thank you so much.